Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of Azure Every Day. I'm Chris Sefurlis, Senior Principal Architect over here with Pragmatic Works, and today we're going to continue our sessions on HDInsight. And we're going to pick up where we left off, and we're going to talk about Storm, okay? HDInsight Storm is a distributed stream processing computational framework, okay? It uses spouts, which define information sources, right? And bolts, which are manipulations in processing to allow batch distributed processing of streaming data. Think of the topology in the shape of a directed acyclical graph, right? It's a DAG where the edges are named streams and direct the data from node to node. And when you put it all together, it creates the data transformation pipeline. So when you really break it down, the topology is similar to that of MapReduce jobs, but the main difference is that MapReduce jobs run in individual batches, and Storm is processed continuously in real time. Okay, when we discuss the cluster itself, there are two different types of nodes. There's a master node, which executes a daemon called Nimbus, which assigns tasks to machines and it monitors their performance. Then there's the worker node, which runs a daemon called supervisor, which assigns tasks to the other worker nodes and operates them as needed. The Storm cluster itself can't monitor its own state and health, so it deploys a zookeeper node to connect to the Nimbus and supervisors to keep an eye on things, right? The three main components of Storm are the topology, so basically a network of the stream and spout, the stream itself, which is an unbounded pipeline of tuples, and then the spout, which is a source of the data, which converts the data into the tuple of streams and then sends the bolts to be processed. Okay, what makes this effective is that the data processing engine is the guaranteed as far as every tuple will be fully processed and delivered, giving it a 99.9% uptime SLA from Microsoft. Okay, it does so by tracking the lineage of the tuple as it makes its way through the topology. And it works similar to a queuing system in that the messages can be replayed if there is a failure in delivery. Some of the use cases around Storm are, things like writing the data after it gets processed into an Azure Data Lake store. It can be used as a source for Azure Event Hubs. It can process events from Azure Event Hubs, right? So it can take like vehicle sensor data is one of the use cases, and it can process it in Event Hubs and then send the data to Cosmos DB or an Azure storage blob, right? So for further usage, whether you're going to build reports around it or whatever. And then like Twitter is using Storm in a variety of ways. So they're doing it for discovery on their data. They're running real-time analytics. They're running personalization in real time. So when you log into Twitter, it knows your preferences based on things that you've done in the past, and so it's running targeted ads in that way. It runs for search, for real-time search, and also for their own internal revenue optimization, or for business customers to understand how that's going to work. So it's used in a lot of different ways, and it's also used, as with all the other HDInsight components, amongst various topologies in order to solve and satisfy these big data requirements and workloads, right? So if you're doing a customer churn analysis in real time, based on a Twitter feed or something like that, this would be one of the technologies that you would use alongside Hadoop and those types of things. So it's really interesting technology, and it's very well proven out. A lot of big companies are using it, and it's become widely adopted in the market. So if you're interested in big data or Azure or HDInsight, we're doing all this stuff over here at Pragmatic Works, and really loving it. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool technology, and our team just loves to sink their teeth in. So if you have any questions about it, or you want to kind of just chat about some things, click on the link below, and we're happy to make that phone call. So otherwise, thanks for listening and have a great day.